My name is Janis Threlkeld and I am a freelance instructor and also a training provider. So being a trainer is so rewarding because you take a person on a journey really, and quite often people are very nervous, might be very, very anxious, and by the time they've finished your training, they've just grown in confidence and they've flourished. The good thing about being a self-employed instructor is that you can plan your own diary and you can, to a degree, decide who you want to work with. You can find a subject you're really passionate about and you can inspire other people. It's the really good instructors find it really rewarding when they see a progression in their learners. The type of person that needs to be an instructor, you've got to be definitely really positive. You've got to absolutely know your material and know your subject. And you've got to be a good people reader so that you can see when people may need your help and when maybe you don't. And also great at managing groups and good at working on your own. When you've got a group of people in front of you, you've got to make sure that you know what experience they've got, what they want to get from the session, how they're interacting with each other. You've got to be pretty good at reading people as well. The training I deliver is all behavioural based. So I deliver instructional training techniques, leadership and management, developing assertiveness skills, anything that's behavioural based on that kind of level. The instructional training techniques course, it's a really good course, even though I say so myself. And the reason I say that is because I attended it about 30 years ago and it set me off in a great stead for the rest of my career. Part of it was retail, but now I'm back delivering the course that set me off on the really good path. What do we cover? Everything. It's very, very hands-on. It is definitely not death by a PowerPoint. Because of the nature of the people that come on this course, I understand that they're used to being outside all the time. So I try and get people outside. What do we cover? Well, we cover things like planning and structuring a training event. We look at objectives, what they are and how to use them and how to write them. I'll give you a method for you to organise yourself, because if you're doing training and it may be outside, it's really difficult for you to work from a file because it might be windy, it might be raining. So I'll show you how to organise yourself with less notes really to get more impact. We look at different learning styles. The main benefit of different learning styles is how to engage with the people in your group, how to structure your training, so you're sort of ticking all the different boxes that are on there, what to recognise in yourself, what the pitfalls might be if you're very strong in a certain learning style and how that might come out in your training, because that might be the way you like to learn, it might not be the way that everybody else likes to learn in your group. So we look at that, we look at questioning techniques. There's an awful lot of practical. So you'll come and you'll deliver short sessions, you'll get feedback on those sessions. The sessions aren't videoed, they're run in small groups simultaneously, quite often in the same room, and you will have lots of different roles within the small group that you work with. So yes, you will be a trainer, you will be a learner, you will look at the time, and you'll also run a feedback session afterwards. So you're looking at it from all different angles. And we do lots and lots of practical. The main piece of feedback I get from everybody is that was so good because it was practical. And I like to see a progression in people. So I will get people that have been training for years and years, or lecturing maybe for years and years. And then I'll also in the same group have people that have never done it before. And that's great because everybody learns from each other. And I see a progression in everybody. We also cover dealing with the challenging. So there's always those sorts of learners that you'll get that they're not going anywhere. There may be a challenge to you for whatever reason. So we talk about them, we talk about coping strategies. We look at intros and welcomes and why it's important and different ways of doing that. So to be a trainer, to be a freelance trainer, you've got to have bags of resilience, bags and bags of resilience, especially if you're working away. You've got to be positive as much as possible. You've got to learn to deal with feedback from your learners and act on that. I would say you need a really good support network, and it might not be your family because they may not understand the challenges involved. So I'd say you need a network of other trainers. So I'm part of a training designers club, and that's brilliant for me because we're all in the same boat and you can run things past each other.